Shalom, oleh, bisa, Yesus Kristus. Berjumpa kembali dengan saya Arifman Gulo di Channel TV Laskar Kristus ini, teman-teman sekalian. Pada video kali ini kita akan membahas mengenai hebohnya rumah sakit yang ada di Gaza yang dibangun oleh Indonesia. Ya, teman-teman sekalian, saya tidak tahu apakah memang dana ini dari pemerintah atau dana ini dari solidaritas umat muslim yang ada di Indonesia. Nah, teman-teman sekalian, ini tidak terlalu penting itu dananya dari mana. Tetapi yang jelas di sini bahwa diduga di rumah sakit tersebut yang dilindungi, di mana mereka katakan bahwa Israel menyerang ini, menyerang itu, ya rumah sakit Indonesia itu dihancurin oleh IDF tentara Israel. Teman-teman sekalian, ternyata setelah diselidiki, di bawah rumah sakit tersebut ada terowongan Hamas. Nah, teman-teman sekalian, ini suatu pertanyaan bagi kita. Kok bisa gitu loh? Kok bisa? Ya, ini tentu saja dunia akan itu berpikir bahwa jangan-jangan gitu ya. Jangan-jangan. Nah, kita tidak mau hal itu, teman-teman sekalian. Dan satu hal, secara pribadi saya tidak mau apabila Israel kemudian akan menyerang Indonesia hanya gara-gara persoalan-persoalan seperti ini nanti. Karena tidak semua orang Indonesia, teman-teman sekalian, yang pro dengan Hamas. Ya, termasuk saya tidak pro dengan Hamas. Bukan juga berarti saya benci mereka. Ya, tapi saya tidak pro saja. Ya. Dan soal peperangan mereka antara Israel dengan Hamas ini, sebenarnya saya juga tidak terlalu ikut campur. Saya tidak terlalu pro dengan Israel juga atau seperti apa. Hanya saja saya harus netral, mendoakan keduanya agar ada titik temu untuk penyelesaian persoalan mereka. Nah, teman-teman sekalian, mari kita dengarkan dulu penjelasan dari juru bicara tentara yaitu Pak Daniel. Pak Daniel, namanya Daniel, yang menjelaskan secara detail tentang terowongan ini. Oleh karenanya saya langsung saja mengajak kita untuk melihat videonya berikut ini.
Ungkap rahasia memalukan rumah sakit Indonesia di Gaza.
Now let's look at what they are doing. We know Hamas hides behind civilians in Gaza. Hamas places forces and weapons inside, under, and around schools, mosques, homes, and UN facilities. Among the worst of Hamas war crimes is the use of hospitals. Here you can see the IDF soldiers exposing a tunnel opening. This is part of an operation, a ground operation that was conducted on the hospital and revealed a tunnel that was being used for terror infrastructures in the Qatari hospital. If it wasn't enough, this tunnel, if it wasn't enough that we exposed the tunnel under the hospital, the terrorists also shoot at our soldiers from within the hospital.
Perhatikan, ada lubang menuju ke terowongan teror Hamas. Seperti yang tampak dalam gambar. Nah, ini dia lubang masuk ke terowongan teror.
Today we will also release evidence that the Indonesian hospital is being used by Hamas to hide the underground command and control center. This is an Indonesian hospital. This picture was taken in 2023. The construction of the hospital was funded by several NGOs from Indonesia.
Saudara, rumah sakit Indonesia di Gaza berbiaya 126 miliar dan diresmikan Wakil Presiden Yusuf kala tahun 2015.
Hamas use of Shifa hospital to shield its terror complex, and Hamas uses the Qatari hospital for terror as well. Today we will also release evidence that the Indonesian hospital is being used by Hamas to hide the underground command and control center. This is an Indonesian hospital. This picture was taken in 2023. You can see the hospital structures in south of the roundabout of both sides of the road. The hospital is located in northern Gaza, between Jabalia and Bet Hanun. The construction of the hospital was funded by several NGOs from Indonesia. I will show you the reason why they built the hospital there. This picture here was taken in 2010 when the hospital was under construction. Take a look here at the area in red. They were Hamas terror outposts. Unsurprisingly, Hamas built the hospital on top of their terror infrastructures. Those outputs of Hamas had underground facilities before they started to construct the hospital, the Indonesian hospital. There are three important areas to point out. The first area is the collection of cement materials here. You can see here arches. These arches are very, very unique. It's a unique structure. It's only used for underground terror facilities for Hamas. These cement arches are not needed when building hospitals. They are used to build underground city of terror, an underground metro of tunnels. We have watched Hamas use these arches to build tunnels for many years. Instead of building homes for Gazans, he built this metro over hundreds of kilometers underneath Gazas and underneath places like hospitals and mosques. They are building underground terror infrastructures for Hamas. Here you can see the entrance to an underground tunnel. Hamas used this tunnel to access their command and control complex under the hospital. This is all satellite, and of course all these images and intelligence and more was shared with other agencies to confirm what I'm showing you now. Now let's take a look at the hospital in 2020. You can see that the cement materials, including the arches, are no longer above the ground. Done. It's all underneath the ground. This is a satellite image of the hospital complex taken after the massacre of 7th of October. I'm going to zoom in on the area here. Okay? Across the street. Only 75 meters, 80 meters to the hospital. Here, the IDF identified a launch pad, meaning they launch rockets from here. I want to repeat it. They launch rockets on Israel 75 meters from an hospital. Why? They know precisely that if Israel will airstrike a launch pad like that, the hospital would be damaged. And this was part, of course, of the outpost before, in 2010. This architecture of underground facility, including launch pads.